Want to play a 6-player game, so this group is going to have to split up. Let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? My name is Michael E. Murph, and one half of the Brothers Murph. It's time for Metagame Minute. This is a weekly segment where we talk about something to do with board games that's been on our minds. And I've got a question for you. Is it weird if you have a game night and you have like 5 or 6 or 7 people right in that kind of mid-zone? Is it weird to split the group up and play multiple games at the same time? Basically not do something all together for this game night. I have heard people say arguments and everything like, I'm coming together to be with my friends. Why would I then split off and go sit at a table and be like, and play a board game, which is how I like to play board games. Or, you know, instead they want to do like a big player count game so everyone can play the same game at the same time because it is about the social aspect. Now, I am conflicted because I very much agree that it is about the people. I am there to play board games with people, and ideally I get to interact with everybody on that board game night. But if you have, again, I'm talking about like between 5 and 7 people in particular, stuff starts to get tricky with finding games to play, number one, because player counts, once you get beyond 4, there's not as many games that accommodate those player counts, certainly once you get past 5. And a lot of times that might get relegated to like party games, lighter games, or games I'm just not interested in because it is a big game that can play 6-player, which just means it's going to be super long. And so I'm curious, like when you have that kind of group, what takes priority for you? Is it that I want to sit around the table, and even if I have to play 7 Wonders or something, which isn't my favorite game, it's still worth it because the point is to be around the table with the same people, and that means everybody that's here? Or is it perfectly reasonable to be like, you know what? Let's split off into a group of 2 groups of 3, for example, if it's like a 6-player night, play some games and kind of switch around hopefully a couple times a night to be able to get your interactions with everybody that way. That's my preferred method. I would much rather split off and play 2 3-player games, or even if it's a 5-player group, a 2-player game and a 3-player game, and do it that way. But I want to know for you, if you have a kind of group of that size, what takes priority for you? There is no right or wrong answer here. This is largely something that has to do with your personal preference, your tastes. But for me, I feel like I'm always like the lone person being like, let's just split up. We only have 2 6-player games and we always play them. Can we do something else? I don't want to do those games. But then probably rightfully so, get outvoted. So that's all I got for you. Player counts, splitting up. You've got one of those mid-sized groups. If it's like a big game night, you have a regular meetup and you have 15, 20 people, then that question goes out the door. Obviously, you're going to split up, so then it becomes easy. But when you have that middle number, the 5 to 7 player count, what do? I don't know. I know what I want to do, but I'm too non-confrontational to ask for it, and that's why I'm in therapy. But let me know in the comments below, how do you deal with your group sizes? And do you break it up, play more games and try to hit everybody by playing a different game throughout the night with somebody? Or do you just stick to big group stuff? There is no right or wrong. Hit me in the comments with your thoughts, and just remember that whether or not you do break up that group, even if that means I have 7 people here and we're all going to play solo games next to each other, damn it. Or if you're going to play a big old party game because that is the most important thing to you, the more meta, the more better.
Hey, thanks for watching another Metagame Minute from Michael the Murph. That's me. I just want to quickly shout out our Season 5 sponsors. That, of course, is Lucky Duck Games, Restoration Games, and Board Game Geek. Have you heard of Board Games? You've probably been to Board Game Geek, and that's why we love them so, so much. We also have a month sponsor for August, and that is our good friend E Paladin. You want to talk about OGs, people that were with us since the very beginning. E Paladin is one of the very first people to ever check us out live. And that's why we want you to check us out live on Twitch, because we've been doing good stuff for a long time over there. We hope that you'll join us. Please check out some other videos. We love you so much, and please consider subscribing.